J-Lo's got Richard Gere saltering his way through his midlife crisis in an hour. Romantic comedy, Shall We Dance? Here on BBC One and BBC One HD right now, a Christmas spectacle.
Good evening. It's wonderful to be back with you for this special Christmas sketchbook, isn't it, Ronnie?
Indeed it is. And remember, we are still the two Ronnies. We've been on your screens now for nearly 40 years.
Having to compete against various comic double acts.
Little and Large in the saucy 70s.
Smith and Jones in the elegant 80s.
Ant and Dec in the nifty 90s.
And now Tony Blair and Gordon Brown.
Although, in all fairness, Tony Blair on his own has been doing the work of two men. Laurel and Hardy.
And through all those years, we have kept you informed of the world's latest developments.
Yes, like the Surrey man who has invented the sage and onion bullet.
Yes, which means you can shoot the turkey and stuff it at the same time.
And the news that the Queen will once again decorate her own Christmas tree. This year she's giving it the OBE.
Yes, here we are again, and it is great.
Great, absolutely. Especially so at this most magical time of the year.
Christmas certainly is full of magic, you know, or your money vanishes into thin air.
No matter how much turkey you eat, there's always twice as much left.
Actually, Ron, after nearly 40 years, we are rather like Christmas, in fact, aren't we?
Well, I know what you mean, yes. Just like Holly, we've grown a bit prickly.
Yeah. Just like the paper change, you know, getting a bit droopy.
Just like the Christmas lights, we're on the blink.
And only turned on once a year.
Speak for yourself. Three times last year. Anyway, following the popularity of the Sketchbook series, the BBC asked us for a special bumper Christmas show. So, of course, the first thing we had to decide was what to put in it.
Exactly. I mean, should we think of it as a sort of big Christmas stocking and stuff it full of all the Christmas goodies we've ever done, or adopt a more kind of gentle approach and lace it through with more choice and elegant items?
And I said stuff it. Which is what we did.
Yes, indeed. We have crammed as many Christmas delights as we could into the show.
And so let's begin with a typical Christmas TV treat, EastEnders. But I don't mean the ones in the soap.
No, the EastEnders we mean are those two chirpy geezers, Chaz and Dave. Used to be really big in the 70s and 80s. A bit like the Conservative Party.
Ron and I pinched their act for this Christmas knees-up.
Christmas comes but once a year.
It's just as well.
A time for all to have good cheer.
It's that as well.
Christmas comes but once a year. A bite full of baccy and a belly full of beer. Relatives come from far and near. Well, you can't have everything, can you?
Brings in the turkey roast. Oh, ain't it nice?
Nice. Round a fire, warm as toast.
Toilets just like ice.
Too much noise and too much grub. Here they have to shut the pub. Roll on Boxing Day. Oh, but we wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be without it. Ain't a doubt about it. Wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be without a Christmas cheer. Especially around this time of year.
Father's
talking politics with his paper hat on. Mum is going bonkers cause Christmas cake's been sat on.
Uncle's gone to pieces since he got that jigsaw puzzle. Auntie Nora bought it in, he bought her a muzzle. Christmas comes but once a year.
It's just as well.
A time for all to have good cheer.
It's that as well. Christmas comes but once a year. Full back and a belly full of beer. Relatives come from far and near.
Well, you can't have everything, can you? Emily West, Lorraine and Don.
Oh, they can't half scoff.
She wants to have the telly on.
He wants to have it off.
Paper, cigarette butts.
I think I'm going cracker than nuts. Roll on, Boxing Day. Oh, Boxing. Wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be without it. Ain't no doubt about it. Wouldn't be without it. Wouldn't be without our Christmas cheer. Especially around this time of year.
Gather round for the Christmas speech.
God save the Queen.
Someone mucked the picture up.
Her face is green.
Can't go out because it's pouring.
Grandma's jawing, Granddad snoring.
Cat's been sick on the parquet floor and still you can't have everything, can ya?
Presents round the Christmas tree. Just take your pick.
Pine needles falling to your teeth.
Gives it a kick.
I'll never eat again the rest of me life.
Milk's gone sour and so's the wife.
Rabbit, 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 rabbit.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We wouldn't be without it, wouldn't be without it, ain't no doubt about it. Wouldn't be without it, wouldn't be without our Christmas cheer. Especially around this time of year.
We performers are a superstitious lot, and over the years we've both relied on our fair share of pre-show rituals and good luck charms.
Oh, yes. For instance, I have a special lucky penny.
And I have 2 rabbit's feet.
Well, it doesn't show from under the desk, so...
Now, one of the most popular Christmas presents in recent years has been the mobile phone.
Yes, it's a gift which will please a lot of people and drive the rest of us mad. Wherever you go, you come across people holding their heads and talking to themselves. A few years ago, they'd have been locked up.
It's the people who talk on the trains that are the worst, you know. Hello, dear. Yes, yes. Yes, I'm on the train, dear. Yes. Nothing to report, really, no. No, it's moving along all right, yes. Just past a cow there. Oh, no, now we're slowing down. It's almost stopped. The cow's past us now.
There's nothing worse than someone who keeps talking when you're trying to do the crossword. Worse still, someone talking about a crossword when you're trying to do the crossword.
"16 across. It's green and often found on football pitches. 5 letters, G-R-A something something. Green, often found on football pitches. G-R-A something something. Grandstand? No, that's too long, grandstand. No. G-R-A something something.
Grass.
What?
Grass. A child of 5 can see it's grass.
Excuse me, I mean, who's doing this crossword, me or you?
Well, will you try not to talk so loud, please? We're all trying to do proper crosswords here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, sorry. Proper crosswords? What do you mean by that, proper crosswords?
I'm trying to do the Mephistopheles in the Financial Times, a crossword which you wouldn't know where to start.
As it happens, I could do any crossword put in front of me, including Mephistopheles. Just happens that I prefer the Sun, Junior Coffee Time, Easy Clues, that's all. It's just a matter of taste, that's all.
The Sun. People only buy that for one thing. Rather, a couple of things.
2 across.
There you are. See what I mean?
They peck holes in your milk bottle tops. 4 letters. Something, something, TS.
That's a typical Sun clue, that is.
Peck holes in your milk bottle top, sunny, sunny, TS, bats.
Bats? Since when did you last see a bat peck a hole in your milk bottle top?
Well, it might do if it was hungry.
You're the one that's bats. If you want the correct answer to that clue, I suggest you look at page 3. Now, please try to desist as I am attempting to concentrate.
It's red, it smells, and is often picked in the garden. 4 letters, something, OSE.
That's not right.
Pardon?
It's rose. Rose, it's obvious. It's red, it smells, and it's often picked in the garden. Rose.
Well, it could be nose.
I've never seen anything like that crossword. I've really never seen anything like... I mean, you've got it all absolutely wrong. I mean, look what you've got here, look. Place where fish are kept, you've got coop. Coop? I mean, when did you last hear of fish being kept in a coop?
Co-op, yes, fish. Fish are kept at the co-op.
Well, what's this one here? You've got a strange animal found in a hive, you've got queer bee. Well, it's queen.
Well, it's the same thing.
Oh, no, it's not. Certainly not down my road, it's not. Queen, it has to be queen because of the N on the end fits in with the clue that goes down, you see. Look, he always plays with big ears. Roddy. Roddy, it's Noddy, you fool.
Roddy in Toyland.
No, it's not Roddy in Toyland, it's Noddy.
Roddy in Toyland, big ears, and PC Plop.
PC Plod, don't you know anything? PC Plod with Noddy.
His name is Roddy.
Of course it's not, his name is Noddy.
Roddy.
He was called Noddy because he had a bell on his hat, and every time he nodded, it rang. He used to go, hello, I'm little Noddy. I'm little Noddy, nod. All right, I'm sorry. I do apologise. It's this marriage driving me mad.
I've only got one clue left.
Oh, good, terrific. Now, look, ladies and gentlemen, if we just help him with this last clue, do you think he'll shut up? We'll ask him. If we help you with this clue, will you shut up?
I promise.
Oh, good, he's promised. Go on, then. What's your last clue? Go on.
6 across, 4 letters, often found in the bottom of a bird cage. Something, something, IT.
Grit.
Excellent.
Great, of course. Has anybody got a rubber?
Which tells you something about nuns.
Yes,
It does.
they do crossword puzzles as well.
Yes. Quite.
Our family have always liked puzzles. I mean, every Christmas Day, we all gather round the table and try to puzzle out why on earth we got so many leftover Brussels sprouts.
Always a mystery. But a must on Christmas Day has to be the Queen's speech. We gave it our own special treatment some time ago.
We wondered what it would be like if some ordinary person delivered it, for once. Someone more used to delivering something entirely different. Let's see.
A very Merry Christmas to you all. As I think of you, my loyal customers, sitting at home round your firesides this Christmas, it brings home to me very strongly the enormous responsibility that I have as your milkman. I know that you will appreciate how important it is to me to know that I have your support and shall continue to have your support throughout the coming year. The task of supplying milk to a great nation such as ours is, I am sure you realize, not an easy one. Either here at home or in our colonies, spread as they are like butter over the entire globe. Whether home or colonial, it is our express wish that it be cooperative, uniting dairies across the world. The milk of human kindness must not be watered down. It must flow not only through the cream of society, but also onto the most humble doorstep in the land, be it black or white or gold top. Let our lives be ordered, and ordered as soon as possible, so as to avoid disappointment in the years to come. I extend my warmest and most heartfelt bottle to you all.
Short but sweet.
Yes. Oh, it's a quickie.
Yeah. Perhaps I should explain that to the audience. Anything short and funny, we call a quickie.
That makes you one, then.
Well, I suppose it does, yes.
Yes. Now, here's one we used to do. Do you remember? You were in court and I was the court official.
Oh, yes, a sort of usher.
Yes, I kept people quiet, yes.
Yes.
Now, take that. Raise your hand and read what it says on the card.
A little Yuletide greeting I send upon its way, good health and wealth and happiness upon this Christmas day.
The other side of the card.
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Love, Dennis and Mabel.
Right. Yeah. Now then, here we go with another sketch.
Yes, our next trip is into the far reaches of the Wild West.
Oh, can you reach that far?
Well, if I stand on tippy toes, yes, I can. The scene is a saloon in the Yukon during the gold rush. A blizzard is blowing outside. It's 40 below out there.
Yeah, I got chilblains filming this. My ears got frostbite.
My ears weren't tall enough to get frostbite. I got frostbite 18 inches above my head.
Well, let's get in there quick and get out of the cold.
In this freezing season of peace and good cheer, the boss, drunken Duncan, is pickled, I fear. And outside some miners who've had too much beer, they're writing their names in the snow.
They're writing their names in the snow.
Life in Alaska don't promise the bets, 'cause mining for gold down in holes is the pits. And dining on whale meat sure gives you the shakes. There's no Merry Christmas today.
There's no Merry Christmas today.
Hey, Cracky, it's Christmas Day. We ought to have some kind of entertainment. Come on, Charlie. Give us a dance.
How about some music? Happy feet. I got those happy feet. I'm gonna live till I die.
I want to hear Temptation.
A little recitation. I'll tell you a tale about the old Yukon Trail. It's a life full of strife. You can stuff it. Men are real men out there. They don't wear underwear. They just sit on their asses and rough it. Down in Fairbanks one day, I was having my way with a female who sure spoke the lingo. As my cold hands I placed round her big frozen waist, her knicker elastic went bingo.
Boys, this is no time for frolics. The Leroy gang's in town.
Where?
Out there.
Looks like a showdown, fellas. The Leroy gang are right outside. Listen. Sounds like they're coming in.
Okay, gang, let's slam. In the morning, hush shocking, you'll find me in your stocking.
There ain't no Santa Claus.
They call me Diamond Dickie, the talent scout. I'd like to meet you, Pard.
I'd like to meet you too.
If you require some chickie, just point her out. We do take credit cards. I'd like to introduce you to our big star. She's just about to take a bow. So fellas, say hello to effervescent flow.
The belly of the Yukon now.
See what the boys in the back room will have. I'm lonesome tonight, I declare.
I do declare she's lonesome.
Some of the boys are outside in the lab. They've gone for a wee breath of air. So bring them back. Oh, come to mama. In this here town when I let down my hair. It's me what the boys in the back room will have. Each hour on the dot.
Each hour on the dot.
For $2 a shot.
Only $2 a shot.
I'll show them what's what and what's where.
She'll show them what's what. She'll show them what's what.
Hey, this is more like it. This is what I call Christmas steaming. It's like the good old days.
Like the good old days, these are the good old days. Someday these days will be known as the good old days.
Someday these ways will be known as the good old ways.
Folks of the future won't recall our names.
Just faded photographs in old-fashioned frames.
They'll sit and talk the days when men were men and women were old stocking tops and stays.
Remember.
Then through their memories they'll live again. The passion of those good old-fashioned days. You bet your bottom dollar.
Someday these days will know the good old days. Someday these days will know the good old ways.
So make the most of whatever you got right now.
Each day that passes won't come back anyhow.
The here and now very soon becomes way back when. And life itself is just a passing phase.
Passing phase.
We'll never ever see the like again of those good old-fashioned days. The here and now very soon becomes way back when. And life itself is just a passing phase.
Passing phase.
We'll never ever see the like again of those good old-fashioned, when passion was a ration, those good old-fashioned days. action, that one.
Yes, it was. Anyway, let's move from the Klondike, where scruffy men dig for gold, and visit the allotments, where scruffy men dig for spuds.
Do you reckon we'll live longer now than we used to?
Oh, undoubtedly, yeah. I never lived so long in my life. It's because they gone back to the breastfeeding, you know.
Oh?
Well, mother's milk's much better than cow's milk.
How do you reckon that, then?
Well, it's always fresh, and the cat can't get at it. And it comes in handy little containers.
Yeah.
And you don't have to leave them out for the milkman.
Woman next door does. You know, a lot of things have changed since we first started doing our shows.
Yes, indeed. But one thing that's stayed the same is that wherever we go, Ronnie and I are still chased by groupies.
No, hard to believe, I know, but it is absolutely true, yes.
Yes. Take my dressing room, for instance. I blush to admit it, but even as I speak, it's packed with women. Paramedics, osteopaths...
And then there's all the drink.
Oh, don't remind me. We're knocking back the Horlicks and the chamomile tea for all that. Usually 9:30 and after that.
But all that isn't a batch on what happened to me the other week.
Oh?
Oh, yes. I was back at the hotel after the show when this woman comes over to me. She asked me if I'd sign a bit of paper for her, so I do. And then she said she'd like to get me upstairs as quickly as possible.
No.
Yes. Turns out she'd sold me an automatic stair lift.
By way of a complete change now, a lovely song by a lovely singer.
It's Miss Katie Mellower singing Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Absolutely enchanting.
Yes. Now, on with the bunting and frolics. And you'd be well advised not to drink if you have to say that. And it's a jolly good dom I didn't. A jib I don't.
Christmas is the time for games, family games, indoor games, and of course the inevitable television games.
Yes, and television lately has been awash with reality shows. There's even a new one set in Buckingham Palace now. It's called I'm the Duke of Edinburgh, Get Me Out of Here.
When we did this next sketch in the late 70s, game shows were all the rage, and we wondered whether they could actually take over ordinary life.
You are you not, Broderick William Jerville, 14 Rangoon Terrace, Biggleswade?
I am, yes.
You are you not, a forensic scientist specializing in the study of rare bloodstains?
No.
Are you a road sweeper?
No.
Are you a trick cyclist at any smart circus?
No.
Could I use this product that you make at all?
Not personally, you wouldn't know.
Has what you've got to do something to do with animals?
Yes, it has, yes.
Has it got something to do with injured animals?
Yes, it has.
Do you make artificial beaks for disabled budgerigars?
Yes, counsel.
Thank you very much, Eliza. Now, Mr. Gerbil, you are charged with first-degree murder. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds to prove that you're not guilty, starting from now. On March the 27th this year, a dramatic incident took place at home of Sir Hugo Milverton in Weybridge. What was it?
He was found lying on his study floor. He'd been poisoned, he'd been strangled, he'd been shot 5 times through the head and stabbed 15 times in the back.
Correct. And what was the conclusion of the police?
He was dead.
Correct. The precise details of Sir Hugo's death were never made public. So how could you possibly have known about them unless it was you who murdered him?
Pass.
Right. How do you explain that a fortnight earlier you had purchased a 9-inch dagger, 2 yards of piano wire, 12-bore shotgun, 6 bottles of concentrated strychnine from a Little Woods shopping catalogue? You may answer.
I was trying to control some greenfly. You're wrong there, greenfly.
With a 12-bore shotgun?
Yes, well, the particular greenfly that infest my plants, they migrate every year from Polynesia to Peckham, and they can grow up to 36 inches in length.
No. Surely an orongo is a kind of Tibetan yak, whose horns are ground down to powder by the locals and made into a bedtime drink instead of Horlicks.
Very plausible, my lad, but I'm afraid I'm going to plump for Mr. Gerbill's giant Polynesian greenfly. Now tell me, were you later searched by P.C. Bramley?
Yes, he had a rifle through my pockets.
And what did he find?
A rifle.
And was not that rifle loaded with blanks? Was not that rifle loaded with blankety blanks, Mr. Gerald? What do you say?
Bullets?
Bullets or cartridges, I would say. What did you put, my lord? Well done, my lord. Mr. Gerbil, where were you at the time of the murder?
I was in bed, my lord, reading.
Reading what? A book. Reading a book, yes. An old book, yes. Two-word title, yes. First title, yes. Trousers? Trousers? No, short trousers. Shorts. Trunks. Oh, underpants. Y-fronts. No, ladies' Y-front. Oh, knickers. Knickers. Yes, knickers off. Oh, no knickers on. Oh, dear. Knickers without knicker. Knickerless. Nicholas. Second word, yes. Yes. Sounds like knickers, is it? Sounds like knickers. Yes. Knickers, you mean? Okay. What, parson? Parson. Nicholas Parson. Nicholas. Oh, parson's nose. Nicholas Parson. You can't get knickers on a parson's nose.
I've never heard of that book, Counsel.
Nicholas B. Yes, B. Nickleby. Nicholas Nickleby.
Wonderful. Well, I think I've heard enough evidence now. It's time we had a verdict.
I'm going to play my joker, my lord.
As you wish, Counsel. I hereby call upon the foreman of the jury, Mrs. Doris Natwick. Come on down. Do you find Mr. Gerbil guilty or not guilty?
Guilty as charged, my lord.
In that case, I sentence the accused to 20 years in prison. But you played your joker, Counsel, so we'll double it up to 40. That's all we have time for now. But do join us next week, and who knows, you could stand trial for murder, blackmail and extortion. Until then, it is goodbye to Doris Natwick, Roderick Gerbil, our champion counsel, Adrian Wigweasel.
Talking about the price being right, this time of year is a very busy one for Santa's little helpers.
Who?
That's what my wife calls our credit cards.
Oh, no. Well, we've already had the Queen's speech, so now it's time for another favourite Christmas speaker. It's Ron, and another of his highly individual monologues.
Here's a story about 2 chaps who have bought themselves a Rolls Royce each.
Who said the government training schemes don't work? I'll get a damn knighthood if it kills me. Anyway, this story about these two chaps who have just bought themselves a Rolls Royce each. Probably the two who put a new washer on a tap for us last week. Nigel and Kevin, we'll call them. That's not what I called them then, but that's what I call them now. By the way, I must be honest, this isn't actually the joke I was going to tell you, to be honest, which had more general interest. Because, to be honest, a lot of people haven't got a Rolls Royce. Now, I know I'm going against government figures here, but but what happened was I met the producer in the bar just before the show. He was sitting there, sipping his usual Bacardi and night nurse. With 2 cherries and a Valium. Reading Health and Efficiency. And he said, Ronnie, love, what are you going to do for that bit of nonsense, where you sit looking desperate? I said, I'm going to tell a joke about a fairy. Isn't it funny when you know you've said the wrong thing? Well, he let go of the barman's hand. And he said, I've just been told they are bringing back Bill and Ben, and if you're not careful, you'll be back in the flower pot. Anyway, that needn't worry you. Worries me, but it needn't worry you. So here is the story with no fairies. Just a couple of chaps who met up after a few years, and one of them, Kevin, said, I'm doing so well, he said, I'm driving a very expensive car, a Rolls-Royce Silver Cloud, no less. And the other one, Nigel, says, call that expensive? When I bought my car, they gave me one of those for the kids. I think he was a graduate from the Derek Jameson Charm School. Anyway. And the other chap says, but this one, he says, believe me, has got some amazing extras. Like if I'm driving along the motorway in the rain and I start aquaplaning, a voice sings in quadraphonic sound, we're riding along on the crest of the wave. And his friend says to him, look, that is just a gimmick. My car, he says, has more practical extras. Like if I have a tyre blowout in the fast lane, the computer takes over, slows me down, onto the hard shoulder, stops, then practically drenches the inside of the car with Chanel No. 5. Well, the next time they meet, one of them says, look, he said, I just bought a gadget, so that if I'm coming back from the club, and the old, had a few, and the old driving's a bit dodgy, as soon as the old bill appears, a flagpole pops out with the Royal Standard on it. And they think I'm the Queen Mum going to the races. So his friend said, that is nothing. He said, I've just installed a device in the old roller that'll make you sick, he said. If I'm in trouble with the motorway patrol, he said, I press a button and that wipes my name off the police computer and replaces it with somebody else's. Nigel said, that's incredible. Whose name does it put in? He said, yours. So Nigel said, look, I'm getting a bit tired of all these gadgets, especially that one. So why don't we stop showing off, and get ourselves an ordinary car each and just go for the quiet life. A bit of comfort. Kevin says, a good idea. A bit of comfort, that's the thing. So about a month later, he's driving up the motorway and he spots Nigel's personalised number plates about 4 cars up ahead of him, you see. So he gets him on the phone. He says, Nigel, is that you in the stretch limo, about 4 up? He said, I'm 4 cars behind you in a 6-wheel job, he said. Talk about comfort, he said. This is home from home, he said. Armchair, cocktail bar, 28-inch telly, quadraphonic sound, video recorder. His friend in the other car, he said, don't tell me you got me out the bath just to tell me that.
Now then, what can we say about the next couple of characters? What words describe them? Screwy?
Daft?
Loony?
Fat-headed?
Loopy?
Funny?
Let's go with that. It's the 2 yokels.
No.
I've never seen you here before, have I?
No, you haven't, no.
How's that then?
You've never been here before.
Oh, that's true, yeah. What's your name?
That's right.
Now, your name is what?
Yes, that's right.
What?
What's my name?
Don't you know either?
Yes, what? Arthur what?
Oh, I see.
What's your name?
No, what's your name? You just told me that.
I know, it's what? Arthur what?
Yeah, you told me that, yeah.
I still don't know what is your name.
That's right.
What?
No, that's you. You're right, I'm right.
Oh, we're both right.
Yeah.
I still don't know what your name is.
It's Wright, Leonard Wright.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Here, I'll tell you what.
Yeah, that's me.
No. Look, why don't we call each other by our nicknames?
Right.
No, that's my real name.
Well, what's your nickname?
Lefty.
Lefty Wright?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And you're what?
Yeah, that's me.
No. What is your nickname?
60.
60 what?
Yeah, do you know this? My grandfather is still alive.
Is he? Who's he?
100 what? Do you know he got married for the first time on his 100th birthday?
Oh, did the Queen send him a telegram?
Yes. And Prince Philip sent him a diagram.
Who'd he marry then?
Some woman.
Well, of course he did. Never heard of anyone marrying a man, have you?
Yes, I have.
Who?
My sister.
That's different, isn't it? That's different. Women are different.
So they tell me, yeah.
Oh, you've not had a lot to do with women then?
A lot to do with one woman. Bringing in the coal, doing the dishes, making the bed, terrible business.
Oh, was you married to her?
In a way.
In what way?
In the family way. I caught her with the butcher. She was unfaithful to me.
How do you know that?
9 months later, she presented me with giblets.
So you'll be alone on Christmas Day then, will you?
Yep. Just me and my pet turkey.
Oh. What about Boxing Day?
It'll be just me.
You going to eat him?
No, he's going over to his mother's.
I always have a big party Christmas Day.
Oh, who's that?
Mrs. Bracegirdle who lives down by the farm. Great big bay windows and welcome on the map. Her husband's got a small holding.
Oh, well, nobody's perfect, are they? Does she come over to help you out?
Yeah, she comes over to help me out the pub closing time.
I've got Boxing Day off this year.
Oh, what's your job then?
I shoe horses.
Do you? I shoe pigeons. Shoe like that. Shoe like that. Up to 5 acre field.
Oh. I got 10 acres.
Have you got land?
No, these shoes are too tight.
Oh, your toes, you mean?
Yeah,
oh, yeah, I see, yeah. These shoes are very tight, you know.
Are they?
You know, when I bought these shoes, they were so tight, I had to wear them a fortnight before I could get them on.
Well, I'm off to pick some mistletoe. I'm after a girl in the village.
Ooh, you got high hopes, have you?
No, she's a tall girl. I got low hopes.
Here, I'll come with you. I knows where it grows. Here. The girl I was with last night wouldn't kiss me under the mistletoe.
Oh, why's that?
She didn't like where I was wearing it. Come on.
The Count Gandolo Grimani and the Countess Annunziata. Mr. Harry Monks. The Major Generals Ranel and the Lady Twist Him Thing. Mr. Basil Snogfitting. Mister, your flies are undone.
Can happen to any one of us. Which reminds me, the man who invented the zip fastener, you know, was honoured with a life peerage in the honours list.
Oh, really? What's his title?
Lord of the Flies, what else? Well, I'm sorry to say, ladies and gentlemen, we now come to our last item in this Christmas offering. Alice. A childish story taken with a gentle hand, lay it where childhood's dreams are twined in memory's mystic band.
Did you say that?
Yeah, there's no one else here, is there? Apart from this 300 audience here.
No, but I mean, did you write that?
No, it was written by Lewis Carroll. No, that was to introduce our next piece, Alice in Wonderland. Now, that was enormous fun, wasn't it?
Oh, it was terrific. I mean, getting to play all those well-known characters.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the Queen of Hearts. I had the King.
You had the Mad Hatter, I had the March Hare.
You had the Duchess.
You had the Cook.
Then we both had the Tweedles.
Yes, I blame those hamburgers from the BBC canteen.
No. The Tweedles, Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Oh, yes, and we had 6 Alices, remember that?
Oh, let's not talk about it, just let's see it.
Yeah.
He's the hatter. And the former is as loony as the latter. Your hat is on fire. I'm smouldering with desire for Alice in her winter underwear.
Winter Wonderland.
What did I say there?
You said underwear.
Underwear?
No, underwear, ladies' lingerie, peekaboo bras, garters and go-betweens.
Did I say all that?
Well, you had that in mind.
Well, I'm not as mad as I look. I rather think I overdid the sherry. I'm drowsy and definitively drugged.
I'm well beyond the stage of being merry. As a hare, I do insist on being jumped. There's the cook.
And there's the Duchess.
Trying hard to fall into some fella's clutches. I don't fancy yours.
No, I'd sooner be indoors with Alice in her winter underwear.
Wonderland
with Alice in her winter wonderland.
Christmas Eve, oh dear me, got to bed at 3:30. Christmas morning, kids are up at dawn. Who gave Willie that hunting horn?
Christmas Day, state of shock. Try a sniff at 10 o'clock. Knock back another one, then another 5. Stuff that goose, I'm still alive.
Christmas lunch, pour more wine, more mince pies, I'm feeling fine. Knick-knack, six-pack, bucket full of beer, up to here with Christmas cheer.
Little snooze, time for tea. Slip some scotch in, they'll not see. Card tricks, funny hats, crackers and balloons. Play Evita on the spoons.
This old king, strength of 10. Let's play postman's knock again. Knock, knock, nicky-knack, knickers in a twist. The Queen of Hearts, she looks quite pleased.
One more gin, no more lime. Let's play sardines one more time. Perfect strangers disappear in pairs. Chase the neighbour's wife upstairs.
2:30, time for bed. Let's knock Christmas on the head. Knick-knack, pretty-whack, sleep is on the way. Start again on Boxing Day.
This dinner has been going on for 5 days, off with everyone's heads.
Perhaps you'd care to watch some more television, my dear.
I don't think I could take any more.
No, I know. There's been altogether too much TV this Christmas.
On the 12 days of Christmas we've seen upon TV 12 hours of snooker,
11 hours of bowling,
10 co-repeated,
9 Polish dramas,
8 panoramas,
7 Brides and Brothers,
6 Nolan sisters, Toril and Dean.
For what it's worth,
3, 2, 1,
to the manor born,
and a speech from the dear old Queen. The other Queen, my dear, you know, the one on the stamps.
How would you know? You didn't even see it. You missed the speech from Buckingham Palace.
I'm sorry, my dear, I was out with Alice.
I must say I didn't rate it much. It wasn't a patch on Starsky and Hutch. Or Dallas. Let's not bother with TV, shall us? It's either the ballet or Maria Callas.
I think I'll give the ballet a miss. I'd rather watch Fulham at home to Chris. To Palace. It's much more fun at this Christmas dinner. The turkey this year's an absolute winner.
If you're talking turkey, I hope you're aware the king of turkeys over there.
Beautiful.
Off with his head.
I don't advise it, my dear. He'd probably run around the farmyard for ages afterwards. Anyway, there's nobody left to carry out the orders.
Where's the white rabbit?
He was the third course.
Oh, so he was. Delicious. Well, where's the knave of hearts?
He's taken some tarts off to the pictures.
This party is getting out of hand. Those 2 fat boys at the end of the table are eating everything in sight. Off with their knives and forks.
We tweedledum and tweedledee. We're not really twins, as you can see. He's smaller than me, he's fatter than me, and we both like filling our faces. We're tweedledee and tweedledum. He's my friend, he's my chum. We're gorging away and filling our dum like a couple of proper disgraces. There's chumps and chips and cheese souffle, scallops and dollops of liver pate, corn on the cob and creme brulee. We're bound to be sick in the morning. There's ham and halibut, haddock and hake, pickles and prawns, sausage and steak, truffles and trifles and tipsy cake. We might go off bang without warning.
Right, that's it. If people are going to start exploding, then that's the end of it. It's Alice's fault. Off with their heads. All 6 of them.
Oh, come on, girls, it's time to leave.
She's away back to dreamland. That things are not exactly what they seem like. No sooner be gone than over and done. Alice, your winter wonderland. Time to leave. Happy New Year. We hope you're having all your dreams come true. We're so glad you could stay on your Christmas day with us in our winter wonderland.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Our last item in this Christmas special show. We've thoroughly enjoyed ourselves again, haven't we, Ron?
Yes, wonderful. And thank you, the audience, for enjoying it as much as we did. But before we go, in time-honoured fashion, just 1 or 2 of our favourite news items.
Yes. Colonel Bill Lomax, the world's greatest elephant tracker, was buried today. In future, he's decided not to follow so close behind the elephant.
Whilst at Swizzlewick, Yorkshire, this afternoon, the Lady Mayoress unveiled a large bust outside the town hall when she caught her blouse in the car door.
And British Rail have revealed that the switchboard at Waterloo Station has received 65,000 nuisance calls in the last year, all from people wanting to know about train times.
And a major beer manufacturer has come up with a new lager for easygoing girls, which claims to reach the parts that almost anyone can reach.
This week sees the start of a new BBC programme dealing with the problems of the oversexed. This programme will be shown 14 times a week.
Industrial news, a shock announcement today that Britain's leading manufacturer of dog biscuits has had to call in the official retriever.
And Royston Kildare, the Dewsbury man who wants various parts of his body to be used in transplant operations, was out practicing in the supermarket recently. He gave the eye to the checkout girl, he gave a hand with the ladies shopping, he gave 2 fingers to the parking attendant, and then he offered his seat to a woman on the bus.
And finally, news has just come in from Sussex that firemen have freed the bell ringer who forgot to let go of the rope and caught his ding-dong merrily on high. So once again, it only remains for me to say a Merry Christmas from me.
And a Happy New Year from him. Good night.
Good night.
Angela Lansbury plays a would-be witch in wartime England. Bedknobs and broomsticks at 4:05, after Richard Gere and Jennifer Lopez star in heartwarming romantic comedy Shall We Dance? Next.